So you're thinking about moving to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Well, in today's video, we're gonna walk you through buying a condo in Myrtle Beach. We're gonna take you on site with one of our clients, Lynn Vogel, to go check out a Myrtle Beach condo and then place that offer on the condo, walk you through the contract, jump inside the computer, get on a Zoom call, share that contract with you, walk you through the South Carolina Residential Property Condition Disclosure Statement as we make an offer on behalf of Miss Lynn Vogel, all getting you exposed to the buying process here in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina market. Well, guys, let's get after it right now. Now, if this is your first time to the Living in Myrtle Beach channel, please subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about market changes in the Myrtle Beach area. Now, on today's show, it's just gonna be me, Brandon. I will have Lynn Vogel on, kind of. She's gonna be here with me as I'm going through that contract with her offer contract. And you'll probably catch her in a little bit of the video of our on-site footage of the actual condo. But besides that, it's just gonna be me taking you through this offer contract, walking you on site through this condo. I do wanna say that we get calls and emails, Randy and I and the team, from people just like you and you and you and you and you and you, looking to make that move to the Myrtle Beach area. So if you're 1 month or even up to 3 years out from making a purchase in our market, please give us a call, send us a text message, shoot us an email, or hop on a live Zoom conference call, all in the description below, so that we can help you make that smooth move to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So you want to know what you can get for $100,000 to $200,000 here in Myrtle Beach? Well, back behind me is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 743 square feet, $164,900 condo right here at Studio One. Now, I will tell you that this condo was built back in 1986, and even though it's a little bit older, it is a gem and a find. Guys, we are literally 2 to 3 blocks from the beach. You can take a golf cart ride to the beach. The school district out here is Myrtle Beach Elementary School, Myrtle Beach Middle School, and Myrtle Beach High School. Let's get inside here and check out this gorgeous condo. All right, so as we're getting started, guys, you do get 2 parking places here. This place does allow for pets. It is pet friendly. And as you can see, some of the homes in the area, I was just talking to the seller, have sold for $300,000 and $200,000 just nearby. This place is $164,900, but guys, what you're paying for is the location. You're literally walking distance to North Kings Highway and to everything east of Business 17. Let's get out this way. All right, guys, we're at unit 104. As you can see, as we enter, there are tile floors throughout, which is super, super cool. All right, so straight ahead is the master bedroom. To our left is the bathroom, and then to our right, we have a closet. Immediately to our right, we have upstairs and a living room. Hi, guys. As you can see here, we have cathedral ceilings with skylights. Let's get on in here. That's our living room. The current owner has converted this area here into a little office workspace. Again, you can move this desk and add some chairs or bar stools right here under that countertop and make that a nice little bar for the kitchen. And then as you look up here to my left, you have stairs. And as you go here, this is the full kitchen here. And there is even a freezer. So I'm going to walk back through this way and take you guys a little bit in to this section here. There is a washer and dryer hookup here, and then straight upstairs, we're gonna head right upstairs and we'll come back down and catch that bathroom in just a minute. That's downstairs. As you walk up here, you come right into the master bathroom. As you can see here, it's a little bit, there we go. You got a little bit higher ceilings, which helps the room not feel so confined. Now back out those stairs, you have a closet straight ahead, which, guys, is gigantic. And then you have the master loft, again, with skylights. I don't know if you guys can see those skylights up top. But this is a king-size bed. There is plenty of space in here. And let's just really quick take a look at this closet. Guys, look how big this closet is. There is tons of space in here. Guys, you could convert this into like a little mini office. Check that out. Okay, so I'm going to come back downstairs. We're going to get a look real quick of the living room space again. And then we're gonna come downstairs here and check out the other bedroom downstairs and that bathroom. All right, guys, so straight this way, you can see that subway tile. Look at that, super cool, very, very nice. Let's get these lights on. Okay, guys, and again, this is a full bath. This is a tub shower combo. And then we're gonna come, it does have access into this bedroom this way. We're gonna take this access, come this way, check out this closet, and then we're gonna head outside, guys. I want you guys to see this. All right, check this out. Now, mind you, we are literally just blocks from the beach. You have your own privacy fence. Now, this gentleman has built in some storage out back. As you can see here, it's built-in storage. Those can be taken out, which would give you a whole lot more room back here in this backyard. But if you'll look, we're only blocks from the beach, guys, and there's this much space to this yard. For this property, guys, in this area, that's a lot of yard space. So now, obviously, you know, this property back here, again, those storage shelves can be taken out, and it would really free up a lot of the space. And this is a pretty, in our opinion, a pretty large yard for being only a few blocks from the beach. Now, this property does allow for long-term rentals, something to think about and consider. You could also put an awning up probably right here. It would make for a nice, this is a little hot tub, by the way. But you can obviously redo this back deck area a little bit and make it your own. Well, guys, that is it. You know, that is it for that $100,000 to $200,000 price range, just blocks from the beach. Guys, this is that outdoor area just surrounding that gorgeous condo. As you can see, these lawns are well maintained. This area looks very, very nice. It's not threatening at all. I mean, you're literally just, you know, right here off of North Kings Highway. I'm going to really quick just walk through some of the surrounding area so you can see it. That's our neighbors there. And as you can see here, we're gonna come to North Kings Highway. We're right here off 63rd Avenue North. But to be honest with you, I really feel like this condo is a find. I'm gonna keep on walking straight up here to North Kings Highway. Real quick, let me flip this around. So again, guys, like I really feel like this condo is a great find. Now, it doesn't allow for short-term rentals, which is kind of, because you're super close to the beach and probably, you know, it might make for a great short-term rental property, but it does allow for long-term rentals. So all that being said, guys, this could be an excellent investment property for those of you looking to invest in condos, you know, in our market that are even close to the ocean. It might make for a great vacation property. You know, you come in here and, you know, long-term rentals are classified as anything 3 months or more. So all that being said, guys, you come in here, you rent this out for 3 to 6 months at a time. You come down for the summer, you got a vacation place, and other people are essentially paying for it or paying a portion of it while you're not here. So it could make for an excellent find. Check out some of our videos though on investing in oceanfront condos and stuff like that to talk through doing remodels and purchasing those properties and how that math really plays out. But listen, turn this camera around and show you a little bit of North Kings Highway. It's a pretty busy spot. All right, so as you can see here, we're at North Kings Highway, just right here. I mean, this is literally, I mean, like basically across that street over there, we're talking about 2 blocks, the ocean's right there. 2 blocks right there. So guys, super close to the beach. Now real quick, guys, as I'm walking back to my vehicle, I just want to throw out here real fast, we do live video walkthroughs for out-of-town clients. If you want to shop our market from the comfort of your current home, please send us your MLS numbers. Any property that you see on Zillow or Realtor.com, or if you give us a call, send us a text message, hop on a live Zoom conference call with us, shoot us an email, give us those MLS numbers. We'll book appointments just like you were here in person, drive out to that property and do a live video walkthrough on Zoom with you so that you can shop the market from the comfort of your home. We'll walk the area, we'll walk the unit, and hopefully, you know, I have clients all the time that buy on Zoom, so it might make for a great fit for you. It's a service we offer free of charge to our clients. All right, guys, so just a few things I want to cover with you about making an offer or buying a condo here in the Myrtle Beach area. Now, The first thing is we always recommend and advise that all of our clients get home inspections and home warranties. It's just smart, guys. It keeps you covered. About the home warranty thing, I can kind of throw out a little story. I had a client that purchased that purchased a home, and maybe the day we closed, or the day after closing, something like that, the HVAC system literally stopped working. Now the home was inspected, the HVAC system worked just fine. And sure enough, we got to that day after closing or the day of closing, and the HVAC system literally stopped working. The client calls me, they start occupying the home. They're going, hey, the HVAC system doesn't work anymore. And, luckily we were able to get that resolved amiably with the seller and the buyer. But if you've closed more than, 2 or 3 transactions, you've probably run into circumstances like that, or, and we see it, it happens in our market. We do go to bat for our clients, and we always recommend getting that home warranty or getting that home inspection. Now, the next thing I want to cover with you is attorney review. We always tell you to have your attorney review that contract with you when we make an offer. It's important that you know that you have that option. You don't just have to put an offer in without speaking to your attorney. So we always recommend that you seek that legal counsel and go over that contract with your attorney. Our next thing, moving right along, is concerning earnest money deposits. Now, as far as earnest money deposits go, it's important to know that while contracts are always or can be contingent upon a CO 100, financing, for example, or even our due diligence period, due diligence clause, offers are and contracts can be contingent upon those things. Both the buyer and the seller do have to sign a release that releases that earnest money deposit. So even though, for example, let's say that you don't get your financing, but we made an offer contingent upon financing, and you go ahead and go, hey, I want to get my earnest money deposit back. We do have to have the seller sign off on that release as well, in order for the closing attorney to refund you that earnest money deposit. So, in some of those instances, it's not necessarily on the agent to, we don't have and hold your earnest money deposit. That is held by a closing attorney, and a release must be signed. All right, let's talk due diligence period and due diligence fee. So, typically the length of the due diligence period really depends upon how long you need as the buyer of that property to do your due diligence when purchasing that property. So let's say, for example, you say, hey, Brandon, how fast can we get an inspector in there to inspect that property? And I say, hey, 2 days. And you go, well, if it's only going to take 2 days to really get it inspected, I really don't need, a full week. I can do this in 5 days. We'll get that report back. We'll submit that over, or I can do this in 7 days. Just a week is all I need. So really the point here is that the due diligence period really depends upon how much time you feel like you're going to need as the buyer of that property in order to properly do your due diligence, have that property inspected, and make sure that it meets the standards that you're looking for. So it could be 3 days, it could be 5 days, it could be 7 days, it could be 14 days, it could be 0 days. You could want to make an as-is offer because you're confident in that property, or because you're competing against other buyers and you want your offer to have a leg up in the competition. And you feel like if you make an as-is offer, you say that, you're saying to the seller, hey, I don't need to do due diligence on this property because I'm confident in what I'm buying. And if there's anything I need to fix, I'll go ahead and fix it. That's a very real thing. We see people do that. We have clients that do that and have done that and won bids in highly competitive markets. Now, is that the only factor that helped them win the bid? I'm not going to go that far to say that. However, I will say it does help. Now, so that kind of covers the length of time that you want to, make your due diligence period. You can ask for 14 days. You can ask for 30 days. It really just depends on what you're interested in doing. You do have in that due diligence period the ability to get out of the deal so long as you pay that fee and submit that termination notice to the seller. So moving right along, calculating that fee. Another way to kind of think about the due diligence period in our market is in terms of monthly rent. Let's say that property would rent out for $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month, 2000, $2,000 a month, and you're going to ask for a 14-day due diligence period. Well, half of $2,000 if the person was renting that property out to somebody else would be $1,000. So you probably want to put up about $1,000 in order to have that 14-day period. Let's say, for example, that property would rent for $1,500 a month. And again, you ask for that 14-day period. Well, sure enough, you'd probably, put up about a $750 due diligence fee in order to break that deal and get out of it for that 14 days to do your due diligence on that property. Now, a final example would be, again, let's just think that $1,500 monthly rent that property would normally rent on our market for about $1,500. And let's say you only wanted to hold it off the market for about 10 days. Well, obviously, if you take $1,500 and divide it by 30 days, I think it comes out to about $50 a day times 10 days comes up to about $500. So you probably want to pay at least a due diligence fee of $500 in that instance. And that kind of covers due diligence in our market. I hope you found that helpful. All right, so we're going to add our agreement to contract. Buyer. Agreement to contract. All right, Lynn, let's get this thing filled out. All right, so we're going to change our property. We already have a property in here already. I'm going to very quickly get rid of some of this information. I'm going to go here. Here, and then we're going to go to CCAR. We're going to find that listing of yours real quick. This one was the one at 512 63rd Avenue, 222. MLS number 222 3271. 512 63rd Avenue North. All right, so we're going to go here, put this in, and then we're going to add a zip code in for dot loop. Copy. We're going to parcel ID number. Really quick, we're going to go into the courthouse records and pull the TMS number. Put that in. Okay, I'm going to dot loop this. Gotta wait 1 second. There we go. All right. Our purchase price is going to be, I told Richard 145.9. Is that fine with you? It's 164.9.
You said 145.
You want to put the offer in at 144.9? It's your call. I mean, what do I think? I mean, it's your call. I don't think $1,000 is really going to make or break something. You know what I mean? It's not like this is a multiple offer situation.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
You want to do 144.9 or 145.9? 45.9?
Yeah.
Sure?
I mean,
that's fine. That's fine. We're going to do $1,000 earnest money deposit, which we'll cover in just a minute. Let me get the listing, the old listing agent out of here real quick. And then we'll cover this in the contract. All right, let's just clear all this stuff out. This subdivision is called Studio 1. Okay, let's autofill this. All right, so basically, Lynn Vogel, you're going to be the buyer on this deal. We're going to really quick, again, pull up the seller on this deal, get their information in. Mr. Robert, Jackson Law Firm. All right, you're getting client services. The buyer acknowledges receipt of the South Carolina disclosure of brokerage or relationships form, and is receiving client services. Those are the original 2 documents I gave you once we got started. And then we're doing a purchase price of $145,900. It's payable by transfer of good funds, a combination of finance and cash. Verification for cash available for closing is not attached. Generally, in my experience, we just do that when it's full cash deals. You follow me?
Yes.
This contract is not contingent upon the sale and closing of buyer's real property. You don't have to sell any other properties, right? And an SCR 504 is not going to be attached because we're not selling any other properties. We are going to ask, there's our address and our information here. We're going to ask that the washer and dryer, the microwave, the refrigerator, transfer along with this. We include that little blip about no additional cost. Okay, so closing's going to occur. We're going to go for 30 days from today. Is that fine? Okay, Lindsay Vogel. $1,000 earnest money is going to be paid as follows. $0 accompanies this offer. Oops. $0 accompanies this offer, and $1,000 will be paid by 6 p.m. on, let's put a date in here. You're willing to pay that, you think by Wednesday is more than enough time to get that paid?
That's fine.
Okay, and you're going to do that by check or cash or wire?
I will have to drop it off with the,
check.
Yeah.
And we'll cross that bridge about the previous.
Okay.
Then, okay, so, and earnest money is in the form of a check, and that's going to be at Jackson Miller Law Firm. We're going to authorize Jackson Miller Law Firm to be our escrow agent. I love Jackson Miller. They're awesome. Jennifer and Nicole are great out there, right?
They're very good.
Had a wonderful experience so far. All right, so we're going to put in here that we are willing to pay a $200 fee in order to have any disputes over the earnest money mediated. Basically, we'll pay a magistrate to make a decision about that earnest money deposit if that should ever come up. If the seller for some reason says, hey, I want that earnest money, and you're like, no, it's my earnest money, then we'll pay to have it mediated. All right, so as far as transaction costs go, all costs to obtain information from or pertaining to owners association, private public transfer fees, and any costs similar to transfer fees, e.g. a certificate of assessment, capital contributions, working capital, estoppel fees, or otherwise named but similar fees are going to be or is it fine for you to cover those costs, the buyers? Generally, in a seller's market, I advise my buyers to cover the transaction cost. However, you don't have to. You can very much ask for the seller to pay for those. They're typically, in my experience, it might be an HOA fee to transfer into the neighborhood. So you might have a few $100 fee to move into that
Right.
that HOA. You want to cover that, or you want to ask the seller to do that?
I think I would,
Okay.
since I'm asking lower.
Yes, ma'am. All right, wonderful. So those are going to be buyer's transaction costs. Now, at closing, seller will pay buyer's transaction costs not to exceed. Generally, in the seller's market, we advise our clients not to ask for closing costs, but you can still ask for closing costs. Would you like to ask the seller to pay any of your closing costs?
I don't. Probably.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. I'll put that in at 0. All right, so as far as financing goes, buyer's obligation under this contract is going to be contingent on obtaining, I believe you're doing a 30-year loan, is that right?
Right.
30-year loan, and you're going to be financing roughly what? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Percentage?
Yeah, so I think you're paying what? How much down?
I think it was, I want to say 9 with the FHA.
9% down, so you're going to be financing 90.
Oh, no, 9. It was, no, I'm sorry, it was 7%,
You're paying 7% down.
but it's dropped. No, that's going to be different because he said it went down. Could be 5 or 6. I'm not sure. We have to ask him.
We got to put something in there. So
Yeah.
you want to just put, you want to do,
Can it be changed?
it can be.
We have to ask Richard.
Absolutely. So
Do you want me to text?
I mean, you can. Yeah, let me just find out really quick. What
Because
is
he
her-
said
what's
it's
her-
been changing. So.
I've sent him a quick text message. I'm gonna leave that blank for now and just
Okay.
keep moving. So basically, this is gonna say here that buyer shall apply for financing by. I'm gonna put today.
Yeah.
He's giving you a pre-approval letter today. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
and shall deliver notice to seller of reasonable pre-final loan approval, e.g. a pre-approval letter, an initial approval letter that contains no unreasonable credit, income, or asset conditions, and generally that's going to be 3 days before closing. So if we're doing closing on January 10th, that's going to be we're going to do 9. Then that's going to be the 5th of January. So it's going to be, I'm going to put that in as as 3 calendar days, 3 business days before closing.
Okay.
So that puts us at January 5th. Okay, now final loan approval occurs when lender funds loan. If the buyer changes their lender during the financing period, they must notify the seller in writing within 2 calendar days. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Good. All right, so we're currently going to be using Silverton Mortgage as our lending partner. Silverton Mortgage, and we're doing an FHA loan, right?
Yeah.
And currently,
Hopefully they take it there.
okay, and currently, an FHA VA financing addendum is not going to be attached, and additional financing terms are not attached. If that does need to change for some reason, we'll go ahead and address that then, okay?
Yeah.
Now, as far as due diligence goes, basically, I kind of explain our due diligence period as, it is a period for you to hire an inspector, do an inspection on the property, and just make sure that we've done our due diligence on the property for an elected period of time. So, typically I see 14 days a lot. If you want to go with 14 days, I don't see any.
We write that in. Do I have to get an inspection, or
you actually don't have to get an inspection? It's
just
your
get
choice.
Like,
It's absolutely your choice.
Yeah.
You don't have to get an inspection at all. You can still elect to have a due diligence period. Now, the really cool thing about a due diligence period is it gives you the option to get out of the, for a fee, you can get out or break the deal so long as you do it before the end of the due diligence period. So what that means is you can write in here, hey, I'll be willing to give $500 and have 14 days to change my mind, and I'll pay you that $500 fee in order to break this deal. Now, the lower that option fee is, probably the more shaky the seller is going to be about accepting your contract. If you were paying, $2,000 in earnest money deposit, I would probably say do half, maybe about $1,000 due diligence fee.
And you said it'd be about 2 weeks. You give me 2 weeks
About-
to get it inspected.
About 14 days. Yes, ma'am.
500.
That
I
sounds
think.
good.
Less
Okay.
than-
Now, just heads up, you guys do have to work. If you do plan on canceling this deal for any reason and using that due diligence option, we do have to work in advance of the due diligence deadline. And as your realtor, I'm not responsible if you don't give me that fee in time or fill out those forms in time. You do have to realize that
So
it's 2 weeks.
And you said if I wanted to just go out of this altogether, I have 2 days. Anyway, is that what you're saying? My decision? What was the 2 day thing?
The 2 days thing is if you change your lender. So if you do change your lender, you have 2 days.
Yeah.
Now, if for any reason you want to break this deal and use your due diligence fee, you can just simply, just send that $500 fee over to the listing agent, to their closing attorney, or even to the seller, and we break that deal
Do people
along with the termination notice.
So is that low? I need to. Does anybody ever go below
Well,
that?
no. I mean, typically you want to do. I mean, in my experience, I would say at least half of your earnest money deposit. You don't want to forfeit your entire earnest money deposit. I'd say typically your standard earnest money deposit is about 1% of whatever the purchase price is.
Okay.
For ours, we just chose $1,000 round figure, and $500 again is about half of that. So, but are you comfortable there?
Good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do 14 days. So that's gonna put us at the 24th, Christmas Eve. Your due diligence period expires on Christmas Eve. So if anything does change in advance of that deadline, be sure to let me know ahead of time, okay?
Will I be able to get it inspected? Same people before that?
You should be able to get it inspected.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't imagine there'd be any
You
issue.
set me up with these people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our team is going to help you find an inspector. We have inspectors that we work with. We'll help you
They
find
were
a
good.
person. Yeah, they're great. Our team helps. Our team works with teams. We work with lawyers. We work with inspectors. We also work with qualified, licensed, bonded pest control people to do your CL 100, which we'll cover in just a minute. But we'll help orchestrate and coordinate all of that, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
I will tell you that Termination fee is going to be $500. Richard Turzo did text me back and let me know that you were paying 3.5% down. So that's going to put you at financing 96.5% if I've done the math correctly, minus 3.5. So put you at financing. So you're roughly going to be financing 96.5% of the purchase price, okay?
Okay, so what does that mean in English terms?
In English terms, we just have to put in the financing section of your offer
Okay.
what percentage of the purchase price that you are going to be purchasing.
So he said it's down to
3.5% down.
Okay, this
Yes,
is a lot more than that.
But to be honest with you, I have to go over it with him. I don't know. Okay, so we have our $500 due diligence termination fee. I'm going to click this box here that says seller grants buyer permission to connect utilities, pay for utilities, and hire professionals, e.g. electricians and plumbers to safely connect and operate the utilities during the inspections. Sounds good to you?
Yes.
All right, now this contract appraised value. This contract is going to be contingent upon the property being valued according to a lender's appraisal or other appraisal as agreed upon by the parties, appraised value for the purchase price or higher. So basically, this is contingent upon that the lender's appraisal. We are using financing, so you pretty much unless you're going to come out of pocket with any of the additional money that it might underappraise for.
Yeah.
You want to elect to have that option. Okay, so wood infestation report. If the property to be sold has been previously occupied, this contract is contingent or not contingent upon the buyer or the seller having the property inspected at their expense by a qualified, licensed, bonded pest control operator selected by the buyer, the seller, or the seller. And the buyer or seller shall deliver timely notice of and shall deliver to closing a CO 100 wood infestation report dated no earlier than 30 calendar days prior to closing and no later than 10 calendar days prior to closing. Again, generally in a seller's market, we have our buyer clients elect to handle all of that. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
And generally the CO 100 runs anywhere from $75 to $100. I think the last time I saw one, it was about $95. And they are going to be checking for termites, which is a big thing in our market. You definitely want to make sure that you're doing this on we always advise our clients, do a CL 100. We always advise our clients, do an inspection. It's just really smart to do your due diligence on the property. I will tell you that,
like with the door, we found.
Yeah, they'll check for rotten wood. They'll check for moisture in the wood. They'll check for dry rot, fungus, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And of course, all kinds of bugs.
Right.
And did you want to make your offer contingent upon the CO 100?
Probably should.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
Yeah.
I would advise you to.
Yeah.
Okay, now a home warranty. Are you interested in doing a home warranty?
This thing come up last time, did it?
Probably. We have to cover it every time.
Well,
It runs anywhere, it could be $500, $600. I think on average I see about $550, depending upon what level of coverage that you get.
right.
Um,
What's the basic? And then how long does that last?
the home
like a
warranty is about a year. So it's about 12 months. It covers a lot of your appliances and stuff in the home. It's your call.
What else does it cover?
It's Well, to be honest with you, I'd have to give you a brochure, and you could go over the different plans. One company that our firm tends to use a lot is called America's Preferred.
Okay.
So if you're interested, I'll get you a brochure, have one sent over. If you do elect not to get one in the contract, this is one of those items that you still can go back and add one in later on.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to mark it as you will not be getting one as of right now. But if anything changes, we'll send you a brochure. Let me know.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. So South Carolina Residential Property Condition Disclosure Statement is a CDS. Now, this section, I'm going to read this line to you. It says that the buyer and seller agree that seller has delivered prior to this contract a CDS to buyer as required by South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 275010. Anyways, basically, we haven't gone over that just yet. That's where the seller discloses any known problems or malfunctions about the property that they're selling. I'm going to be downloading that next and going over that with you, okay? But for the sake of this, I'm going to go ahead and complete it saying that they have sent us one. And I am going to check real quick in the MLS just to make sure, yes, they do have a property disclosure in here.
Okay.
And I'm downloading it now, okay?
Great.
We'll go over that in just a minute. All right, so... and again, I'm not covering everything on this contract. I'm just going over some of the main highlights. It is for you to go over everything. Okay, so basically, it's understood that the broker may not place deposited earnest monies into an interest-bearing trust account. We're not going to be your escrow agent. Jackson Miller Law Firm is going to be your escrow agent. They're going to be holding your money, so our firm, our broker, is not going to hold any of your earnest money. Outside of that, let's keep going right along. All right, are there any special stipulations that you can think of that you'd like to add in this contract? I don't think anything comes to mind for me. I think you pretty much are solid on it.
I would think all of this stuff and storage outside would be removed, right?
Okay.
I would think. Well,
Okay.
Down,
Okay, so
just everything. You
well,
did mention the two paintings that I just want to make sure the stuff in the storage sheds.
okay.
I'd have room.
Offer contingent. Well,
I don't know. Tweet it.
well, no. I mean,
Let's
technically, we don't have to.
No.
Just because in the very top portion of this contract, I'm going to read this real quick. There's a section in here that talks about personal property.
Okay.
And this section right here states, one second, it says, parties agree that no personal property will transfer as part of this sale except described below
And
and
we
or
did
in
that.
attachments.
And we
And that's
described
it.
it.
Washer,
That's fine.
dryer. You want me to put the artwork in there? I can put the artwork in there.
I mean, he said it science. It's like,
You want to leave it be?
yeah.
Yeah.
If
Wonderful.
he knows I liked him, he's interested.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so All right, this offer is going to expire. Typically, we see 24 hours in our market. Are you comfortable with that?
Gives him 24 hours to decide.
Yep,
what the
yes, ma'am.
offer- Sure.
So this offer is going to expire tomorrow, the 11th. At what time you thinking? Right now it's 12:36, 1 o'clock.
Sure.
Is that good? All right, Lynn's going to sign here. I'm going to get my information in here. Actually, I'm already in here.
What do? We did 20 less, right?
We did 19 less.
19 less. Okay.
Yep. If I recall correctly, let me just look real quick at the purchase price. It is
We did 145.9.
It's 164.9. We did 145.9.
Okay.
You can change it to 144.9 if you want to.
And just make it like 20 less.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
That sounds
do
good.
it.
Yep, let's do that.
Makes more sense.
Yes, ma'am. All right, my license is 118453. You know what? Let me just be sure of that real quick. All the time, but I don't want to mix those numbers up. 118453. I'm gonna really quick look up. I'm gonna change your purchase price, and I'm gonna really quick look up the listing agent on the property. Change that purchase price to 144.9 to make it an even 20 under. Let's find that listing agent. All right, so our listing agent here is going to be Alice Mann. Actually, I can get all of her information here. We're going to go to our membership roster. I'm just filling in our listing agent's information, okay?
Yep.
This is our agent license number. Okay, save. Alice Mann, this is Beach and Forest Realty, and let's get back to our listing real quick.
I didn't expect anything in an offer.
Hey, good. I'm glad. Okay, so, all right, we go here. And I'm just gonna take a quick, brief look real quick over this real quick. Lynn Vogel, Robert, Jackson Miller, buyer, skin client services 144.9, combination of finance and cash, not attached, not contingent. Let's see how far that is not attached. There's our information. Oh, what unit is this? This is 104, right?
Yes.
We did miss the unit. Look, doesn't it pay to check it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Unit number 104. We got washer, dryer, microwave, refrigerator, stove, and hot tub at no additional cost. Blah, 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 blah. Lynn Vogel, 1,000, 0, 1,000. Jackson Miller, 200. Buyer's transaction, 0 closing costs. It is contingent on 30-year, 96.5. Today we applied for financing 3 days before. Or let's just check that real quick. Our closing date is the 10th of, this is 1 business day, 2 business days, 3 business days, 2 calendar days, Silverton Mortgage.
Can we put something in there like if he needed an extra month?
That would be something that we would discuss personally and write in addendum for
Write a
in
separate
amendment
thing?
for. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. Discuss personally.
Because I've heard of people like writing letters to the owners sometimes, and it actually does help. And I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
I met him, but
Yeah.
is that something I should do, you think?
It's up to you. I
Or
mean,
that
I don't.
doesn't have to be written legally
I mean,
about like.
if he needs more time, I can ask the listing agent,
Okay.
and they'll let us know,
I'd say
and
that
then
I
we
would
can
be
write.
flexible.
We can
Yeah.
we can write in amendment in
Yeah.
addendum, excuse me,
That
to the
if he needed
contract to
time.
give him extra time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This contract is contingent upon the property being valued according to owner's appraisal, contingent on the CL 100 buyer, 10 calendar days, no home warranty. All right, we got to do our South Carolina residential property condition disclosure statement. Do not place deposited monies. All right, we're good to go, guys. It's time to move on. Let's get on to our property disclosure. So I'm going to save this, and then we're going to go back to our property disclosure. Let's add this document into, it might help if I save it to my computer real quick. Give me 1 second. So we're going to save this South Carolina residential property condition disclosure statement. Property disclosure. This is going to be Studio 1. All right, let's add Lynn's document in here, her property disclosure in here. All right, we're going to go to add her property disclosure in here. 2022. Buyer. Lynn, where are you? In November? You are in November. All right, property disclosure Studio 1. All right, guys, we got that uploaded. All right, so let's add some places to sign here. Initials here. Lynn Vogel. The address is 512 63rd Avenue North, Myrtle Beach.
I think it was 511.
It's 512 63rd Avenue North.
Oh, 512.
I've checked it on 2 different screens. It is an apartment 104,
Okay.
South Carolina 29572. Okay, so basically, as owner, do you have any actual knowledge of any problems concerning? A problem does include present defects, malfunctions, damages, conditions, or characteristics. Generally, I ask my clients, how they want me to go over this form. You want me just to tell you? You want me to? I can read every line to you. We can go over every line, or I can stop and see if anything looks odd and out of place. I can let you know. Stop and let you know. You can just let you know.
That's fine. I can look at it later.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so basically, there are 3 ways to answer every question on this. They can answer with a yes, they can answer with a no, or they can answer with a no representation.
Okay.
No representation can mean that they actually do not know. They might not live there. It could be an investment property.
Okay.
There could be a lot of circumstances for that. But so far, I'm seeing a lot of no's. It does have city water supply, the water disposal is sewer, and the pipes are copper. No. The roof was covered in 2019, the roof was installed in 2019, so
That's
it has a
New roof.
relatively new roof for
that's
sure.
good.
Yep. All right, I'm seeing a lot of no's here. So that's good. So they're answering no, there are no problems.
Good.
All right, so we're going to do Lynn, can initial here.
And that includes outside too?
This is plumbing, electrical appliances, built-in systems, fixtures, mechanical, heating, and cooling. So far, I'm on page 2, and he's not answered yes that there is a problem with anything.
Okay.
Okay, so the HVAC, describe the cooling system, it's central. Describe the heating system, it's central. Describe the HVAC power, it's electric. Describe HVAC system, approximate age, and any other HVAC systems. 2019. Come on, that's good news.
That's for the air?
Yep,
Central air?
that's for your HVAC central air
Great.
and heat.
Great.
Brand new in 2019.
Great.
Describe any known present wood problems, none. Describe any termite or pest treatment to the property, none. Describe any known present pest infections, none. Again, that will be covered when we do your CL 100. All these are all no. None. I mean, all these are, I mean, he's answering these with all no's, so it seems as though there aren't really any problems that he knows of. Okay, none, and none. I think this looks like an NA here. It's not leased. None. Now, he did write that whether the property is subject to governance of a homeowners association, which carries certain rights and obligations that may limit the use of this property and involve financial obligations. He checked the box no, and he checked the box no representation. Well, we do know from the listing that there is an HOA, and it is $155 a month. Let's just verify that real quick.
Yeah.
And there's, let's see, HOA. HOA is paid monthly. It does not include HO6 insurance, which means you'd have to insure your personal belongings inside, but also could hint to the fact that it does cover your exterior insurance.
Okay.
We'd need to look through that in the HOA and talk with people there. It's $155 a month. It does, in fact, include insurance. I'm assuming, typical in our market, especially that close to the beach, probably it's going to be exterior insurance.
Okay.
Your HOA contact number, I'm sorry, say that again.
That would be important to check in.
Yes, ma'am. Your HOA contact number is 704-301-4052, and they have a name here for you as well. So even though he answered that there is no HOA, I mean, it's pretty clear from the listing that there is an HOA, okay?
And he also spoke to us and told us there was.
Yep, so
that was
it's probably an easy mistake that happens, simple stuff. All right, Lynn Vogel. All right, it's owner occupied. He's checked that a residential property condition disclosure statement addendum both is and is not attached. He checked both. It could be. It's probably just an accident. But we'll see in just a minute. Purchaser signature is going to go here. Lynn Vogel. Printed name is going to go here. Lynn Vogel. Okay, and your apartment 104. He's got the address here. Describe owner's association charges $155. He has. Okay, so as owner, do you have any actual knowledge of any answers to the following questions? They did actually include the South Carolina Residential Property Condition Disclosure Statement Addendum. Are there owners association charges or common area expenses? He's checked yes, and it looks like he initialed over no. So maybe he accidentally checked no. We do know that there's owners association charges. He stated that just above,
Yes.
All the rest of these are checked no, so I don't think you have anything to be concerned about there. All right, Lynn Vogel, your purchaser signature's there. I'm just going to go back through this document very quickly and check your initials and your signatures. Lynn Vogel, purchaser. Lynn Vogel, purchaser. Lynn Vogel, purchaser. Lynn Vogel, purchaser. Lynn Vogel, signature. Printed name, we're good. Lynn Vogel, signature, we are good. All right, now I'm going to send you these two documents and have you sign these right from your phone electronically. Once those are signed, then I can go ahead and share those with the listing agent. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and add the listing agent into the loop.
Okay.
Take the old listing agent out. All right, we're going to add a new listing agent in here. This is going to be Miss Alice. You should have that in your email. You can go ahead and sign it. Membership roster. Agent roster. Alice Mann. All right, let's get her information here. Let's get her. Okay. Is the listing agent. All right, she is in there. Now we are all set. Once you get through signing those, we will go ahead and send this offer, and your offer will be made. And then I'll follow up and call the listing agent, let her know we sent her an offer.
Right now.
No worries at all.
Need to go home and get some sleep.
And that's how easy it is to submit an offer.
Very nice.
Yep, nice, painless, simple, and easy.
Yep.
So Lynn is currently signing away on those dotted lines. I think she's all finished now. I'm going to back out of this loop, guys, and then get back in it. And then we're going to share it with the listing agent. And at that point, the offer is legit. Okay, so let me see here. Miss Vogel, you've signed them. Okay, now I'm going to take this and this. And I'm going to send these over to the listing agent, Miss Alice Mann. We're going to make those view only. And our offer is officially,
Right.
oh, good, wonderful. Let me just really quick give her a call and we will make sure that she got those documents. All right, guys, well, we took you out on site into Myrtle Beach, right there 2 to 3 blocks from the beach, a condo right there, right off of North Kings Highway. Took you there, walked you through it on site. You know, you got to check that out and then hop inside the computer and check out that contract, about that South Carolina contract for buying real estate in our market, and then also walked you through that South Carolina residential property condition disclosure statement, and then fully, you know, made that offer on behalf of Miss Lynn Vogel. Well, we hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. We do look forward to next time. And again, this is Brandon signing off with that Living in Myrtle Beach channel.